I'm working on my mandala. So, yes, it's a rainy morning here on the Monday morning, and I should be going to Crafty Club soon. Anyway, I thought I'd just have this little chat. Something occurred to me. I'm just going to take my specs off because I can do this better without. Something occurred to me that, when you're getting on a bit, you need to do exercises for your brain. So people tend to do crosswords and puzzles. Puzzle books are very popular. Crosswords are popular. Sudoku is popular. So they say, if you use your brain, then it's going to last a bit longer, or it's going to work for a bit longer. You've got to look after your brain as well as looking after your physical body by doing exercises outside. You've got to look after your brain as well. My dad used to do the crossword puzzle every day in the Daily Mirror. And I got to thinking, well, he must be quite clever because he just whizzed through it. It took him about 10, 20 minutes. But now I'm thinking slightly differently. If you're going to follow the same crossword in the same newspaper every day, you might think you've done really well if you manage to complete it in a short period of time. But now I'm thinking, hang on a minute, because it must be the same people or same few people that actually write the puzzle in the first place, who compile the puzzle, because they're getting paid by the newspaper to produce these crossword puzzles. Then if you're going to be doing that puzzle every day, all you're doing is learning the way the puzzle is constructed, because they follow a pattern. And you're going to get the same clues over and over again. So my dad thought he was quite good at doing this puzzle every day. But all he did was learn the words, because they're using the same words all the time. It's like an instruction book, really. If you buy something new, people generally look at the instruction book first to work out how it works and how they should use this new item that they've bought. So look for instructions. It's the same with, say, if you follow a pattern, like dressmaking or embroidery pattern or knitting pattern, you just follow a pattern. So your brain then, follows the pattern, really, because you're told what to do. You're shown how to do it. Is that actually exercising the brain, or is it just a matter of following instructions? We're all geared to follow instructions for just about everything. But the thing I've noticed with what I do for art is I don't follow instructions. So I'm really hoping that the way I make arty things is the fact that I'm using my brain. So I start from nothing. I start from an idea. I start by gathering a few bits and pieces together, and then as it evolves, then I'm working on it to add new components, new pieces. So this basically started from nothing. Bits and pieces that I've constructed. There were no instructions. So I'm rather hoping now that by being creative, I am using my brain a lot more than someone who is filling out a crossword puzzle or doing a Sudoku puzzle or knitting a pattern, knitting a jumper, because all that is following in instructions. So I'm rather hoping that my method of creating something from scratch is feeding my brain. Still got my black finger, by the way. So it's feeding my brain. It's making the most of my thought patterns. I'm gathering my thoughts together because I look and I'm watching how this is developing. And I'm thinking, I've got spaces here, around here, which I want to fill. So what do I fill them with? Well, I've got quite a lot of these, so I will fill those spaces around there. And when I get to the edge, I'm thinking I've got a band of space around the edge. Do I fill that with something? Now, what I'm planning to do is to bind this hoop. Now, I've got ribbon out of my box. I've got ribbon, so I will bind that hoop. Now, will that be then the end of it? Will that be the way to finish it? Do I need to add something else? So I'm not following a pattern. I'm not following instructions. So I tend to think being creative is how I use my brain to think up what next. So what I need to do now is fill these holes here, fill the gaps, use a scissor, make a hole and put another one of these in around the edge. So what do you think? Is this a good way to use your brain? That's it. So fill all those with those and make it up. And eventually I will get to the end of it. But it won't be like a crossword, because a crossword you're just following instructions. Yeah, so invent something. If you want to use your brain, invent something. Write your own crossword. Draw a square and lots of little squares and put some words in the little squares and think up the clues. That's how I would do a crossword. I would make up my own clues and make up my own words. So have a go. This is me and Queen thinking about using my brain to hopefully keep hold of my marbles for a long time. Oh dear. Yes, use it or lose it is what they say. So think about how you're using your brain. Are you following instructions? Or can you make up your own crosswords? This is me and Queen. Bye for now. Toodle pip.